Hi everybody, it's Nettie at Nettie's Dolls and welcome to my channel. I'm an adult doll collector and my videos are for adults. So today is going to be a multi-topic video. I have been tagged by Josefina Sienna for AG Tube Summer Solstice tag. And there's about 10 questions involved, and I'm probably going to get through 5 of them in today's video. That's my main focus though today is to talk about our generation dolls, and I am going to talk about a particular face sculpt. Some people say face mold. I kind of prefer to say face sculpt, and it is the Dimples, what I call the Dimples. And I'm also going to link you to SewIntoHistoryDolls because she did a very broad video on the various face sculpts for our generation dolls, and it's a really great video and I often go back to it. So she's just full of so much knowledge because she's been collecting these dolls for a very long time. And so anyway, I will put her link in the description so you can go take a look at that. So anyway, there's also going to be 2 dolls in boxes. I'm just going to show you what they look like in the box, and then I'm going to unbox them because I want to redress all my dolls that have the dimple face. So anyway, so yeah, I'll try to weave in the questions from the summer solstice tag while I'm just, you know, showing you these beautiful dolls. Some of them you've already seen. 3 of them you have seen in my videos before. But it's always good to like just give a little more detail on them. So anyway, let me go ahead and start with my first doll that I want to show you. And I just got to move a couple of things out of the way here. The first beautiful doll that I have, our generation, is Visalia, and I've been saying her name wrong forever and ever and ever. I don't even want to try to say her name the way I've been saying it before because it was so wrong. But this is Visalia. Oh wait, I said it wrong. So so let me try that again. Her name is Visalia. That's the way to pronounce it. And here she is with her beautiful dimples. Now I'm going to bring up the camera a little bit closer so you can see. Now, my understanding from going ahead and viewing SewIntoHistoryDolls is that Visalia actually is the first our generation doll to come out with the dimples, and you can see right here. So she has a little pouty lips, right? And you can just see the dimples here. Very cute, isn't she? And you know, she's wearing a handmade outfit. I don't recall who made this. I'd have to really do some research. Just take it from me. There's a lot of people there's a lot of people I buy from that are on Etsy. Some are on Facebook groups as well. And sometimes I find the outfits locally and on eBay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you her right for now. And then let me show you my other doll. And this was my the next doll that I had gotten with the dimple face, and her name is Estra, and she came with a pony that had hair that matched its mane matched the color of her hair, and I ended up giving that pony to my granddaughter. So anyway, and she is also wearing a handmade outfit, and I do remember who made this, and it is a lady. I've mentioned her name before. Her name is Helen Sullivan. She's over in Australia. I don't know if how much she's sewing right now. I know that she's been traveling, and she does use, I believe she likes to use patterns from Pixie something. And I am going to make sure that I'm writing that down right now because I've got to put that in the description because she wants me to give credit. So she uses those patterns, and then, you know, she uses the pattern and then she picks out her own different materials. And it's really cute. And Estra has been in this outfit for a long time, and she needs to have a change too. So All right, let me make sure that she doesn't fall out of this stand, which is a Maple Leaf stand, Maple Leaf Canadian girl stand. All right, and then, so initially, I think that the Dimple face dolls were all dark skin. But then, just this year, I think it was the beginning of this year, this gorgeous girl, Joyce, who happens to be one of my favorites, I am, you know, planning on doing, well, I'll talk about that later. But anyway, so this is Joyce, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that really knows, but I believe she was one of the first lighter skinned dolls to have the dimples. And sometimes it's easy to confuse her with, or these dimple faces with the Tegan mold, because the Tegan face sculpt has pouty lips as well, but these have just a little bit of a smile and always will have the dimples. So I think she's really cute. And she's also been in this outfit for a while back. And this outfit I got from Candi Clementine. It's super, super cute. So, yep, she's also going to get changed. All right, now I'm going to show you my next two dolls. Oops. That are in box. And I'm just going to show you what they look like I said, in the box. Real quickly, and then I'm going to unbox them off camera because I want to have time to spend on the questions and dressing the dolls. So she has been around for a long time, and this is Mirna. She is absolutely adorable. Again, she's got the dimples here that you can see, and she is, you know, she has a, I hope I'm saying it right, a Hajib. I hope I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what it's called. All right, I need to educate myself a little bit better. But here is Mirna on the back. You can see how cute she is. Her eyes are so intense. So I am going to take her headdress off of her because I want to see what her hair color looks like. I am thinking that she's probably brunette, but we'll see in a little bit. All right, so let me push her off to the side. Not push, place. Oh, let me get out of camera. And this is kind of nice. I was not expecting to get her, but I sure did. And this is a brand new release, actually. This is Esme. Esme. I'm going to call her Esme. So she also is another fair skinned doll. I'll bring her in a little. I should have brought the camera in a little closer for Mirna, but you'll get to see her. And what I absolutely love about Esme is that she's got strawberry, like a strawberry blonde hair. It definitely has orange undertones, and she's got green eyes. So I believe this is the first dimple face doll to have this combination of eye color, hair color. I think she's gorgeous. And I think her skin tone is maybe just a little deeper, slightly, than Joyce's. All right, and then let me go ahead and show you real quick what she looks like, right? She is a birthday doll. And on the back, you can take a look here and see. Super, super cute. All right, let me go ahead and just pause for a minute. Well, before I do, let me maybe answer one of the questions. So one of the questions is a sunshine state of mind. So that's basically saying, you know, sunshine is we're thinking the theme of summer, right? So sunshine state of mind. How am I doing? It's kind of complex. I think I'm doing okay. Tomorrow, you know, I know you've heard me talk about being autistic, but tomorrow is actually really special for, well, this Friday is very special for me. July 31st marks my 1-year anniversary of getting my diagnosis. So I think I'm coming to terms a little bit better with my diagnosis. One of the things I need to do is maybe not always, it's kind of a characteristic to be open about things like that. Like I am kind of an open person. And I've learned the hard way over many years of my life not to be such an open book. And you may think I might be an open book, but I'm not. I am reserved. I've learned to be reserved. And I've learned to share with safe people. So I still come across family, not so much friends, sometimes, maybe people that don't know me as well. But I have had like a mix with the support. So I have one sister that's very supportive, you know, of the diagnosis. And then I have another that absolutely doubts it. Because my presentation of autism doesn't match what she sees in TV shows and movies. So that's on her, you know, and it's not my responsibility to teach her. So I've kind of like just let that go. And it happens that she is going to be, you know, one of my sisters is coming out to visit me. So I have a little bit of anxiety about that. I'm very happy for her to come out. She's coming out with one of her friends who I also really enjoy her company and really like her. But I do have an appointment with my therapist the day before my company arrives, just to see how I'm doing and what the game plan is for that. So, yeah, that's one aspect, you know. And then, of course, I'm not living by myself anymore, you know. My ex and I are trying to work things out, and it's kind of like we're relearning each other. After many years, we had been separated for 10 years, and yes, this person's back in my life. In some ways, he's the same, and in many ways, he's not. And there's much improvement that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of growth for him. So that's really great, you know. But yeah, we tolerate each other the most part. We have fishing in common. You know, there's a lot of things we have in common. But, you know, I'm just not used to having somebody live with me anymore. And I am, you know, it's coming up almost on a year that he's lived with, you know, lived with me for a whole year. I never expected it. I actually was trying to help him get back on his feet. And, yeah, so I don't know where it's going to end up. So sometimes I'm happy about it, sometimes I'm not, you know, so anyway. And then I have been enjoying the summer, even the heat, been enjoying that a lot. So that's a lot that I'm sharing on just that one question. But yeah, so I'm not really sure how I am. I feel okay. I kind of feel like in the middle. I absolutely do have a lot of happiness in my life, and some sadness too, not for myself so much, but for others in my life that are going through some difficulties, and always keeping those friends, you know. I have a friend that has a son that's very ill, so lots of prayers and hugs to her, you know, that there could be maybe a miracle for her, you know, for her family. And yeah, it's just, anyway, let me move on. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of like shake that a little bit because I was kind of going in a deep dive. And I'm going to unbox these two beautiful dolls. And I'll be right back. So here is Mirna, and she is out of the box, and her hair is brown, and it has like, it feels like it's a single ponytail because I can feel it right here. I honestly don't want to take this off because that's part of her character. So I am not going to take this off of her. I do believe that there are photos somewhere of her. If you look on Facebook, or if you look in, you know, on Google or whatever search engine you use, I'm sure you can see pictures of her without this on. But for me, I want to keep it on as best I can. So I can see that it's probably attached to her dress here, so or her smock, and yeah, I'll get that off. All right, but I did want you to get a cute look at her, since she is kind of like, you know, a little bit of an unboxing here. And then over here we've got Esme. Look how super cute she is. Her hair was in 2 little ponytails or pigtails down there. I did decide to just take them off of her real quick. Again, she's a happy birthday girl. I think this is my 3rd happy birthday doll from our generation. There's, I forget the names. If I don't have them right in front of me, I'm not going to remember. I think one is Brienne and the other one I can't remember. But, and I think all their dresses are actually a little different. So that's really cute. There is a closer look at her green eyes, and she's got cute little shoes. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start undressing them as best I can, because you know how it is when you get a brand new doll. A lot of times our generation, they like to keep the clothes attached to the doll, so I may have to do a little snipping here and there. And that might make, that might be good for me to go ahead and start answering some of the other questions. Right, so I'm going to start with Mirna. Let me get my little clippers here. Okay. All right, let me take a look at the next question. I got my notes here. Something called Solstice Spark. What am I excited to start or return to? Ooh. Well, I mean, I started in the spring, but I'm still doing it, and it's been fishing, right? And actually, one of my plans in the future, really for this, to continue the spark, is, you know, planning fishing trips here and there. Like, just over this past weekend, I went down to the Jersey Shore and, you know, took a party boat, which is larger than a charter, and it usually has, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 15 or 20 people on it. So it's a big boat, and we were fishing for bluefish, and also something called ling, L-I-N-G, and they're a type of codfish. And the bluefish belong to my pets, so I caught 2, and the cats and dogs got to enjoy them, and the ling, the people got to enjoy. It's actually really good. So that's one of the things. And then what is one of the things? So I haven't done it. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna put myself down, okay? Because I don't typically start it anyway if I stop it. So yoga, right? I went to school for yoga training, teacher training in New York, and I never got my certificate because I moved out of the state. Had to move, and I just didn't pursue it because I wasn't in the state anymore. But I would have had the certificate had I completed the course. I just had one paper to do, and normally I finish everything I do, but for whatever reason I didn't. And it's okay. So it's really only been like maybe the last year and a half that I haven't done yoga consistently. I used to do it every day, and so I don't now. And one of my goals is to, I don't have a lot of space, floor space right now, I'll tell you the truth. Everything, I've got so many dolls, I've got lots of boxes and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that I really want to do, hopefully in September, after my company leaves and stuff like that, they're only here for a couple days, but I think in September I'm going to start yoga. So I can say it's something that I started in the summer. But the other thing that really kind of sparked me was to start fasting again, which I did. Well, no, that's not true. I started that in spring too. But really what I picked up on was my walking, because the days are longer and usually the weather's okay. Even if it's super hot, I'm kind of I'm kind of used to it now, so I can do it. But if it's super, like, I won't walk the dogs really far. Dogs don't get really long walks right now. It's too warm for them. And plus I have to be really careful. I can't walk them on the roads. In the morning when it's cool I can, or in the evening I can. But in the afternoon I'm walking them through grassy areas. So let me see. What's tight up? This shirt's a little tight to get off. Oh, let me see if I can slide it down. I do not want to mess up her hair at all. Let me see. Does this come undone? This tie? Maybe not. Okay, so normally I would slip something like this up and over a doll's head, but you know I don't like to do that either. I hate messing their hair. So, oh, let me see. Well, that explains it. This is attached, of course, it's attached to her jeans, so her pants, which are jeans. Oops, I clunked her head. Yeah, so that's one of the things that really did spark quite a bit of joy for me, was, you know, doing longer walks. I love it. I mean, I'm known, I think I might have said this before, but in this community, people that don't really know my name, you know, people that don't know me in other areas of the neighborhood, they called me the woman who walks her dogs everywhere. So that was kind of like my neighborhood name. So it's funny because, you know, I have been walking more, you know, without the dogs, and people are like, I don't recognize you without your dogs. It was kind of funny. That was actually made me chuckle. So yeah, so she's got these like little gold slippers, which are nice. I actually like the color. They're like a loafer. They're not super dressy or anything like that. I'm just trying to use this, what do you call it, seam ripper to get the plastic off. Just toss that in the box. But what I was saying that I like about them is I like the gold color because, you know, I mean, you could even use these for like maybe the winter holidays, you know, with the gold and silver colors that are kind of typical, but we'll see. All right. Okay, and let's go ahead and check her birth date. I look under here, under this tag. It's the last tag. It's underneath the printed numbers. It's in imprint, so you can barely see it. And it says 12/7/24, so she is a Sagittarius. All right. And then, of course, the tags, these little tags, right? I got this idea from Sews for Dolls, and I like it. So what I do is I write down their name, and I'll put their, like, birth date on there. I mean, it's not a real birth date, but I pretend it is. Okay. These are really nice pants. These would go like this. There's a lot of use out of these. Oh, the other thing that I do too, I might have forgot. I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but you know the photo that you saw of these dolls on the back of the box? I'll cut them out and then write their information. And then typically I will store the outfit with that photo, because some of these dolls, after a while, they start looking alike. Obviously, you know, I'll be able to see her if I'll know who she is because of her headwear. But yeah, I don't really like all the plastic little, you know, things on there. I don't know if that means if it's gonna, like, I don't know, shift or something like that. I think I'm just gonna keep it for now. All right, so she's undressed for now. Let me just get her clothes out of the way. So yeah, that definitely. And then of course my other solstice spark, which I've mentioned previously, is that I've been spending time here and there, one-on-one, with my grandkids. So that's fun. And you know, the summer's going, I want to just keep it together. Yeah, the summer's flying by already. You know, it's almost the end of July. So I've only got like a couple of weeks left to do anything with the kids, and I've got family coming. So it's going to be, August is going to be jam-packed. So, but you know, if worse comes to worse, I can always do something with them in the fall too. All right, let's go ahead and get Esme undressed. Now she's going to need a couple of things clipped off here. Do I have my scissors? All right, let me go ahead and see the next question. which is 3. Seasonal reset. What did I want to unload this season? Oh man. Well, you know, actually I could say what I unloaded. So so the last 2 years of my job have been horrendously busy. I can't tell you how much overtime I worked because I had 2 very important products that were being released. They were, you know, going to reach major release, and you know, they haven't hit their commercialization stage, but they're they're close. But everything, all the deliverables that I was working on very intensely for the last 2 years, you know, I was able to complete that project. So what you know, that was a really big relief to me. So yeah, I mean, it's work related and everything, but that was something I was ready to, you know, get out of my hair and unload. And because now I'm still busy at work, don't get me wrong, I've got plenty to do, but I don't have that additional pressure of a high profile product release. So it's like I can, yes, I'm busy, but I can also enjoy work and not feel like I'm drowning for once in a very, very long time. So so that's really good. What else did I want to unload? Well, God, I think I want to reduce some of my doll collection with the Our Generation, but man, you know, I've been looking at them and it's really hard. It's really hard for me to do because I love them. They're like individual little people to me, little doll people. The other thing that I wanted to unload, oh, so yeah, you know, having somebody in my life again, you know, having to learn that it's not always my way. Things aren't always my way, which is, I'm getting used to that a little bit, I guess, you know, having to offloading some of the responsibilities I've had to somebody else. So I'm able to ask for help now, and normally I've been very independent and I won't ask for help, you know, around the house and things like that, or even with the dogs. And so, you know, that took me a long time to be able to develop trust for that person. Oh my God, look at these. Look at her undies. They got polka dots. And so does Mirna, right? Hers are polka dots too. But I think it's just kind of really super cute because of the dress being polka dot. I think I noticed it more. So that's really cute. And then these are them, right? Oh my God, that made me smile. Oh, now, so see, she's got her crown, and I'm looking just for a minute to see the lights in these rooms. I've got lights like blaring right in my eyes. If I've taken off their crowns, I don't typically take the birthday crowns off. Yeah, I can see Brienne has hers, so I guess I'm gonna just keep it on for now. That'll be all right. But yeah, so that was, you know, being able to share responsibility with somebody else and being able to trust that they can do it, right? So, because usually I'm doing things myself all the time. So yeah, I'm fiercely independent, and sometimes it's a big thing for me to actually learn to kind of, you know, just give up some responsibility. So it's, and in the long run, I mean, it's not that I'm giving up, I'm sharing responsibility, right? I should rephrase that. So I guess it's not a bad thing, right? It's a good thing, right? Okay. I can't wait to redress these dolls and show you all the outfits that I have for them. They're all, every one of them is, they're all handmade. So small business, right? I like to support those small businesses whenever I can. Look at the next question. Next two. Okay, I don't need to answer that right away. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and, well, since I have these two already undressed, I might as well dress them. So let me see. I have an outfit picked out for Mirna. I just got to look for a minute which one it was going to be. I think that's hers. Was I going to do this? I think I was going to give her this one. yeah, so let me just double check real quick. Okay, is that? Nope, it was here. This is the one she's getting right here. I thought this was really pretty. And it's kind of, sorry about turning my head to you. She is getting this outfit, and it's kind of like a school outfit a little bit, but it can definitely pass for summer. And it sort of matches her headdress, sort of. So I thought that that would be really cute. Now, I do recognize this dress was made by a woman named Pat, and I have got to ask for her permission to be able to mention her full name. But she is on Facebook. She's very popular in the not in the Our Generation, but like the American Girl websites, Facebook pages. Her name is Pat S. Okay, I'll just say Pat S. Also comes with this, so I'm not going to be able to put this on her unless I, were to take that off. That's kind of a shame, huh? But that would match really cute. So let's get this on her. Yeah, I really like this dress. Look at the detail in here. There's this thick Velcro, and then also look at the interior, right? The lining. These are lined. Isn't that beautiful? Like it's lined with something gingham. Oh my goodness. Super, super cute. All right, I will look at one of those questions. Create a bloom. What new ideas or stories are blooming in my mind for my channel? Oh my goodness, I have a lot. I have a lot of ideas, and I'm going to continue to do the Our Generation face sculpts. I'm going to do videos on them. I'm going to throw them in here and there. That's cute. That's really cute. Probably matches too close, huh? I don't know. Maybe it needed to be a different color, but I think the dress looks really cute on her. And it fits her super well. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So I am going to put her shoes back on since, these are her shoes. And I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. Yeah, so that is definitely, I'm going to do more. Now I will say the Our Generation dolls, I have so many of the classics, like the new classics, because they are that's a very popular face mold, right? Very popular. So what I thought I might do is, I'm not going to show you every one that I have. What I may do is I may pick a couple of them and do it according to their eye color, and maybe categorize. Like I may say, okay, these are all my blue-eyed blonde classic face Our Generation dolls. And then, or I might say, okay, these are all my brunette, brown-eyed classic face dolls, so I think that's what I'm going to do, because there's just so many of them. But there are other, other less common face sculpts for Our Generation, and I think I have every sculpt there is. So that'll be fun to do. But this is Mirna. All right, let me go ahead and put her off to the side. Now let's do Esme. So I've got some other ideas. I'm not going to blow off that question. All right, what do I have for her? Okay. I did want to put her in this. I think this is super, super cute. This is by Marian Helen. She's also on Facebook. Look at how cute. And she always puts a tag in her doll clothes, which I absolutely love. I wish everybody would do that, because for me, I forget. If I don't write it down, even like usually on Etsy, I can go back and I can find those outfits through the Etsy shop, right? I can look at the purchases, but Facebook's not so easy. So, and if I don't write it down right away, I forget. And it's a shame because, you know, I want to make sure that you know who made these dresses. This is so adorable. Look at the eyelets. See that? Look at these eyelets. Buttons. The buttons are adorable. They're floral. Oh my gosh. I have lots of handmade outfits from Marian Helen. Oh, they're so cute. So, so cute. Look. Oh my gosh. Isn't this adorable? You know, this was not what I was going to dress her in. Darn. I had the perfect outfit for her and I didn't put her in it. Well, let me see. You know what? I guess this is what she's going to be in for now. I mean, it's cute. I'm not going to put her same shoes on though. I think I'm going to give her a different pair of shoes, which I hope will work. And these are actually a pair of Mapley called the Red and Black Runners. I do not know if they're available anymore from Mapley. I don't know. I have a feeling that they might be out of stock. So I bought a couple pair. They're like a suede material. They're like what we would wear, right? People would wear. So these are really nicely made. I'm a little concerned they may be too narrow for her feet, but I'm going to try. I know this is probably not the greatest match, but let's see. Let's see if these will get on. Oh, they fit. Yay. No problem. These were easy to get on. Yes. So there she is in her red sneakers. It's kind of cute. Little pop. Yeah, it's red, but you know what? I wanted to kind of like, I know the black is, well, the black looks fine. You know, I think this is really cute. Let me push the camera back a little bit more so you can get a better look. And as you know, I like to take pictures all the time, right at the end of my videos so you can get a better look. She's super cute. All right, Esme, I'm going to put you over there. All right, now let me go ahead and get back to Visalia. Since she's been waiting a long time to get redressed, she has been in this gorgeous purple outfit for a very long time. I think since Christmas. Yeah, so she definitely needs a change. All right, let me see. I'm going to go back to that question again. Create a bloom for my channel. Oh, yeah. So that's one of the things I want to do with our generation. Of course, I have Maple Canadian girls to open up, you know, and dress them. I would eventually like to do all my Maple doll collection. And then I have some unique ideas. I don't think anybody's done yet, anybody in the doll community that I'm aware of, but I don't want to give that one away. I want that to be a surprise. And I think it will also be a very helpful surprise video for everybody. So anyway, all right, that's enough about that. All right, Visalia, what am I dressing you in? She is going to be in this really cute two-piece outfit. And this is also, I think, from this outfit, I believe, was from Pat S. I don't see that she makes a lot of two pieces. So when they become available, if I'm lucky, I get them. So how Pat S typically does it in the, she usually cross-post in two different American Girl doll Facebook pages. And she'll say, hey, I'm going to be making this outfit. And she'll give you like a sneak peek of some of the materials she's going to use. So you get really excited. And then she says, if you want one, you know, put it, you know, I'll tag you. And she's also really good about saying when the outfit's going to be available, like when the outfits are going to be available. And she puts anywhere from like, I don't know, several pieces to 10 pieces or whatever at a time. Sometimes she makes several in the same pattern. Sometimes some are unique. And so as soon as you get that notification, it's like, oh, I go there and I look through the list real quick and I'm like, oh man, I want that one and that one and that one and that one. Okay, let's get real. Let's get real. So I try to limit myself to like 2. at a time, because, you know, it costs money, but it's going to a small business, which is fantastic. All right, let me get this cute outfit on her. All right, what else? So yeah, the surprise, Maple Leaf. Oh yeah, so for American Girl dolls, my American Girl doll collection, I would, let me just try to get this piece undone here. Sorry about the crinkly noise. Hold your ears if you don't like it. And she gives me, oops, and she also gives me always a very nice card. Happy summer and stay cool. I've been trying. I'll tell you, this room of mine is kind of warm. It's faces the street. Sorry about that. It's also, I also keep the vent closed. I've mentioned this before, just because I don't want a lot of dust circulating in this. So anyway, getting back to American Girl dolls. What my plan is for that, I have many collectible, you know, the collector editions, all in the box. They're not unboxed yet. So I'm thinking about doing a, series of unboxing my, you know, collectibles. And I'm not going to do them all at once because that would take a long time. That, you know, and I don't want to do that. So, but that's my plan. So I'll probably break them up in, you know, maybe 1 or 2 dolls that are still boxed, and probably I'll redress them too. It depends. So that should be fun. Oh, these pants are so cute. Let me show you. Look at. Oops, a little crooked. Let me fix this. She's got real pockets. Oh, these are so cute. I love the floral print. Very cute. And this is cute too. This is a plain purple, like a lavender, but it's a little textured looking, so that's neat. Okay, and I think this is going to look so adorable on her. Also, Pat typically also includes a little hair bow. Alright, so let me take her tag off. Visalia, did I even write down your information? I did not. You know what? Let me take a quick look at that. So hers is May 28th, 2022. She's been around for a while. I did get her on the secondhand market. I did not get her from, where's the pen that I had here? Okay, there's one. Yeah, I got her on the secondary market. I got her for a very good price. I think maybe $15 shipping. Her box, I think, was a little messed up. I did do a box opening for her. Okay, let me write that down real quick. 05. Is it 28? Yep, 28, 22. Yeah, so I didn't start collecting, you know, our generation till, what was it, last year, early last year. So anyway, where's her shirt? I'm getting myself all distracted here. What did I do with it? Talk about getting distracted. All right, yes, so, but anyway, I'm excited about doing that for the American Girl dolls. Speaking of American Girl dolls, I mean, I know that by the time you see this video, it may be already have happened, but tomorrow is a American Girl doll berry event, and I'm excited about that. They have it at like the flagship stores, so that's always really fun to go to. Although I am going to be riding in with my son. My son works in New York City, so I have to be to his house by 4:15 in the morning. So I'll be leaving mine like 3:45 tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm gonna be really tired. But anyway, yeah. But I'm gonna drive my car, because he's trying to get the air conditioning fixed on his car. Just hasn't had the time. Look at that, it's cute. Oh my gosh. So cute. He hasn't had the time yet to, you know, and it's been so hot. And knowing him, he's just going to wait and not even do it. We've offered, you know, we've offered to help him repair it here. Also, his father has offered to, like, Jess, bring it into a garage and we'll take care of it for you. So, but no, he's too busy because we're expecting his first daughter, or second daughter, I'm sorry, second daughter. First one was from previous, you know, a previous relationship, and what am I talking about? Never mind, just ignore that. I don't want to give out too much detail, but anyway, because my granddaughter may be watching, and she's #1 granddaughter, and #2 granddaughter is coming soon. So anyway, my son is trying to get as much overtime in as he can. This is really cute. What do you think? What do you think? I know, you know, these are our generation sneakers that I bought a long time ago. I think even before I started getting our generation dolls, I just really liked them and thought I would, you know, I would use them for American Girl dolls. But yeah, it's maybe a little clashy, but it's still super, super cute. I absolutely love this on Visalia. Looks fantastic. All right, let me go ahead and put her back on her doll stand. God, she's so cute. All right, the next question. Let me see, I got 2 more dolls to... I mean, I might jump back to some of the questions if something comes to mind, but let me move on to the last one. And I'm just going to go ahead and move this dress out of the way so it stays together with the bow. Okay. Put that off to the side. I need a sip of water. It's going to be a long video. We're almost done. I'll try to hurry up. All right. Next question. Summer snapshot. Which dolls or original character summer snapshot. These are my, you know, my chicken scratch, so it's got nobody to blame but myself. Summer snapshot. Which doll or original character I created would I like to take on a trip, and where would I like to go? Oh, well. Gosh, I got a lot of dolls that I would like to take that I've created. I wouldn't say that I created, but I actually, you know, it depends on my mood. I don't typically take our generation dolls with me because of they're not easy to pose, right? Because, like I said, you know, because their legs are not real sturdy, they don't come out like this, right? So anyway, that can make it hard to pose them. So I typically don't travel with these dolls. I don't know. Okay, well, what I will say is, so last year, any of you that, you know, maybe saw a video that I had on Jenna. Jenna is a Maple Leaf Canadian girl doll from Nova Scotia. I was on a cruise last year, and one of my stopping places was Nova Scotia, so I brought her there. I wasn't able to bring her to her fishing village where she's originally from, but I was able to bring her to Nova Scotia, and I took pictures of her all over the city. And that was a lot of fun. That was so much fun. But, so that's one of my dreams. Well, let me get her dressed. Sorry, I'll just stand here and talk. And she's like, I'm freezing. Wait till you see what I'm going to put her in. This was an outfit that I got on Etsy. And this lady has very unique style. I am going to look her up and make sure I include her information. But it is so cool. Look at this. Just check this out real quick. You see the detail. Look at these little, like, you'll see it in a minute, but look at the colors, the embroidery on it. And it comes with a skirt, and it also has a hair ribbon as well, or a choker, right? It's a choker. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna try to put the choker on Estra first while I'm talking. So one of my dreams, like it's talking about what trip I would like to take. Well, there's lots of places I want to go, but one of the things I want to do is I would love to take each of my Mapley Canadian Girl dolls and visit their regions, right? Where their provinces. So I would love to go to Toronto, so I would bring Alexi. I don't know if I'd ever make it out to where Sale is from, but I sure would love to. So those are the kind of things. That's like my dream. And I hope that when I retire, I can do it. Yeah, so that is a big dream. And I think that I can. You know, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try as best I can. So all the Canadian Girl dolls, the main character dolls, that's really cute. Look at that. All right, let me go ahead and get her dress on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just keep these shoes because there's some yellow in here, so that could work. So yeah, but like for example, I'm going into the city tomorrow for the American Girl event, Berry Reward event or whatever. And I normally love to take an American Girl doll with me, and I'll carry her in my, in her little doll carrier all over, and I bring her to the store, and then I take a bunch of pictures of her and stuff like that. So one of my favorite dolls that I took, one time I did this, was I took Rapunzel. Well, I didn't take Rapunzel. I bought Rapunzel. I already had a Rapunzel that I ended up giving to my granddaughter because she wanted one for Christmas so bad. So she got the one that I had originally, and then I bought myself one again because I love Rapunzel. I love Rapunzel. She is definitely one of my favorite American Girl dolls because I love the Marie Grace face. So anyway, I brought her to New York City. I mean, I bought her in New York City, and then I unboxed her right in the store and put her in a new outfit. Like she was wearing the October birthstone one. It's the pink one because I thought it was great. I took pictures of her everywhere, and I think I have a short, I have a short video of her. You know, she was highlighted. So, wow. Did I put this on backwards? I did. No, I didn't. I turned her head at first, so I thought it was backwards. All right, the choker is backwards. I had to redo that. The choker is adorable. I'm going to see if I can get a better close-up of this in a minute. It actually has a little crystal on it. It's like a floral crystal. Oh, the details. Now, this may be... I might have put this dress on backwards. I might have. But you know what? That's okay, because I think it could look really cool like this, because this could work. Yeah, this will work. I think this is fine, because I want to put the little black ribbon in there. So that is one of the things, that I like to do. I would like to. I am going to be taking I am going on a fishing trip in October up to the Salmon River in New York State, and I am definitely bringing dolls with me. And I would love to. I'm going to be salmon fishing, so I'm going to be a bit busy, but I am definitely going to make time for taking pictures of my dolls because I think it'll be gorgeous up there. So one thing I noticed about this outfit, one of the little pieces needs to be sewed on. It looks like it's going to fall off. So I'm going to try to be a little careful with it. You'll see in a minute. It just looks like the stitch needs to be a little, like I just need to stitch it. So I don't know if I did that exactly right, but that's kind of what I was doing here. So let me bring camera in a little closer so you can see. I hope you can see that this is a little crystal. Do I have that? Sorry, I'm looking in the camera too. But yeah, this piece right here is a little loose. I'm going to have to stitch that. All right, I'm not done yet. Push that back, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the skirt. I love this on her. Well, before I put the skirt on, let's just take a look real quick. Like this. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? Push that camera back a little more. Very, very cute. So, one more. Yeah, so yeah, that's one more trip that I'm taking this year. That'll be it then for the summer. And anything that I do later in the year, I'm probably just going to be staying close to home. I usually like to take a week off or even 2 weeks off around Thanksgiving, the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. So maybe I'll take some day trips with my dolls. I don't know. Something to think about. All right, so that is cute. Very, very cute. I like that. All right. I'm going to pause the camera just for a minute because I need to rearrange the dolls real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually got a phone call just as I was turning the camera off for a minute, so good timing. All right, so the last doll I'm going to show you redressed is Joyce, and she is wearing a fashion was created by Candi Clementine. This is probably, I've got a few things of from Candi. I think this is one of my favorites of hers. It's like a patchwork kind of jumper, you know, bib overalls, and I could use maybe a little white shirt there if I wanted, but it's summer, and it's very heavy material, so I really, really like this. I think it looks cute, and then I'll just show you from the back. Very cute. And it also came with this bow here, you can see, like right there. So very cute. All right. Well, that is it. So I got through 5 of the 10 questions, you know, the summer solstice tag, and also was able to show you all my dolls that I have in my Our Generation collection that have the Dimple face, the Dimple sculpt. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold these two over here for the closing, you know, goodbye, because I can't fit them all on my lap, but I will take photos. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments if you did. And I've got all these little like books and stuff. Trust me, I'm going to be doing some neat videos about kind of stuff like that. But also, I'm not gonna like tag anybody in particular, but if you want to do the AG Tube Summer Solstice tag, that wasn't created by me. I've got to find out who it was started by. I believe Josefina Sienna does mention who that person is. But I don't know, maybe I'll throw a tag out later, but not till I finish the other 5 questions. And that will be done in a different video. So everybody have a great rest of the night, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.